Welcome back, guys, and thanks so much for taking the time to come on and have a look at this video. So terms and conditions for businesses are so important, and what I've realised out there, it will probably more so over the last 6 months, is the amount of businesses who don't have terms and conditions in place, and business owners don't realise the importance of actually having these in place. They realise when it's too late. They then come to me, when they're in a really bad situation, and then we have to try and get them out of it. So having your terms and conditions in place can avoid all those kind of scenarios. So I'm just going to go through today on this first video, one easy formula that will show you how much money that you are potentially already losing for invoices that haven't been paid yet. So what are terms and conditions? So these set out the rules of your business. They set out a way of agreed business, and they provide a solution relating to various scenarios that you come across within business. Now, anyone in business will know that there are so many situations that you can come across. So your client needs to be clear on the way your business works, and your client will also know your expectations if you provide them with terms and conditions. So let me show you one formula that will show you how much money that you have probably already lost. So payment terms. Do you ask for a deposit? Now this is more so for trades, building trades, electricians, joiners. You probably are more likely to have materials to pay for your clients. Now, I do see a lot of trades that say, oh, it doesn't matter, I'll just pay for the materials myself. Why would you put yourself at risk like that? So even if you're reluctant in asking for a deposit, you should be asking for any physical materials that you have to pay for in the first instance. What are your payment terms? Now, a lot of businesses tell me they think that they should just have the standard 30-day terms. 30 days is not standard terms, especially for a small business. So you could have anything from 1 day to 7 days, 14 days, anything you want on your payment terms is whatever suits your business. If you have 30 days on your invoices, then you are not going to get consistent cash flow coming into your business every month. What happens if your client doesn't stick to your payment terms? What process do you have in place for when your invoice becomes overdue? And have you included late payment compensation or late payment interest? Now, this is the formula that I'm about to show you, and it's a game changer for businesses. So how many invoices do you issue on average a month? Now, this is a manual calculation that, if you really want to sit and think about, how much money that you have probably already lost. So it would be really good if you could do that. I can show you a quick way in the next slide, but it would really so that you can understand how you get to that final figure. So if you calculate the last 3 months or 6 months, whatever's easier for you, how many of these were not paid on or before the due date on your invoice? So from those invoices, even if they are paid now, take a note of the number of days it has took for your client to pay the invoices. So let's say your invoice had a due date of the 1st of October and they didn't pay until the 10th of October. So that's 9 days that they were overdue. So if you just kind of work it like that, and then you have the invoices that have not been paid yet. Now, believe it or not, I have clients that have come to me where their invoices have been overdue for a year or 2 years. So if there are any of you business owners out there who have invoices like that at the moment, do the calculation and you'd be amazed to see how much money that you have actually lost out on. So it's not just the principal debt, it's the money that you owed on top of that. So from those invoices that haven't been paid, calculate the interest at 8% above the Bank of England base rate, which is normally 0.75. Now, I know it's really low at the moment, but it is on average 0.75%. So calculate that from the due date until today's date. So the way you would work that out is, say your business was owed £1,000. I've just kept it to a nice round figure. So the annual statutory interest in this would be £87.50. So that's £1,000 times 8.75%. That gives you the £87.50. So you divide that 87.50 by 365, which is the number of days in a year, and that'll give you your daily interest rate, which would be on this figure 24 pence a day. So if your invoice has not been paid after say 30 days, this would be £7.20. Now, I know that doesn't sound a lot, but if you have an accumulation of invoices, then you are going to see this figure rising rapidly. So if you could work this out, it would be really, really good if you can get this formula in your head manually. It would be good for you to see how that actually works out. Now, this is a quick way of doing it. So for those that sit and try to work it out and getting a wee bit frustrated, I'm sure, I can only apologise, because on this slide, I have a calculator which shows you how to actually do that. So if you can copy this link, what I'll do is actually put it in the comments as well, so that it will take you straight to it as well. And it gives you just put in the numbers and it calculates it for you. And it's really, really easy as well. And what you should do is just add this to your process every day, the way you work. If you've got an invoice that hasn't been paid, you can do a quick calculation as well. So as well as late payment interest, you've got late payment compensation. Now, a lot of businesses don't even know that this exists. So if you have these amounts of invoices, so you've got up to £999, you're entitled to compensation of £40. 1,000 to £9,999.99 is 70, and over £10,000 is £100. Now, again, that might not seem a lot, but it could cover your admin. It could cover you getting someone, to phone these clients that haven't paid you. It gives you some kind of compensation, for clients that haven't actually paid. So in summary, basically, you are not a cash machine, and if you were late in paying your mortgage or your bank loan, you would have interest added on top of that. Your Sky TV, your mobile phone, the list is absolutely endless. You would have late payment charges added onto your original bill. So why aren't you asking for that? You're entitled to ask for this. So if you do have terms and conditions in place, have a look on your terms and conditions and see if you have this clause within your T's and C's. If it isn't in it, let me know, and we can have a wee chat about that. If you don't have T's and C's whatsoever, then you are not entitled to ask for this at the moment. If you had to go down the court route, then yeah, absolutely, you can add it onto your court papers. But at the moment, if you don't have T's and C's, then you can't just pluck these numbers out of thin air, to be honest. So I hope this video was of some kind of benefit to you. What I'll do is, as I said in my videos last week, I will do a Facebook Live on Friday morning, probably around about 9:30. And what you can do is put questions in the comments to this post if you want, or if you're not wanting to put it on social media, what to do is message me privately if you want. and I can put out these questions and answers within the Facebook Live, because no question is a stupid question, and it can actually help another business. So thanks very much for listening to the video. Any problems with the formula as well, please just give me a shout, because it is a really, really simple task to do. So thanks, guys.